So the question was, how would you create a rapport with the faculty and staff if I was in a high school setting? So building a rapport to me is something that takes time, and building trust with the teachers and staff could potentially be a slow process. For me, building a rapport with school faculty, I believe that listening is a large part of this process. Asking questions, being genuinely interested in listening and hearing their concerns or thoughts about possible contributing factors to a student's behavior is going to be very important to building that rapport. I would also offer to involve them in the intervention planning and carrying out process as well. Feeling included can go a long way. Are there specific individuals you would seek out and why? So, high on my list of individuals I would seek out are the principal, the front office, and teachers. Teachers are on the front line every day. They're with the children for a large portion of their day. The principal is someone I would want to seek out, as they are usually the people that speak to the child exhibiting disruptive behaviors. They get more one on one time and they're liable to be able to provide more information than a teacher who has a class of 20 plus students. The front office staff, because they see a lot of what goes on if when students are switching classes and walking in the halls and walking past the office, or parents are checking them out for doctor's appointments or whatever the case may be. The front office staff is going to be very knowledgeable and have at least some sort of idea of what could be going on with that particular student. How would you create a rapport with the students? Being present in their daily school life, taking the time to speak with them in groups and one on ones, meeting them where they're at with no judgment. Children crave consistency, even in a high school environment, and it's important for them to know that you have an open door policy, that you're there for them to listen to them, uncensored, if that's what needs to happen. Would you identify, how would you identify which students you will work with? I struggle with answering this question because when a child is experiencing, even if adult thinks it's small or insignificant, the child still wants to be heard, and it could still be a life altering thing for them, even just in that moment at that age. They don't have a ton of life experiences, so listening and just being readily available. They need to know that they can come to you and be open and honest, and not turned away because this problem is not large enough for you to handle. But this kind of also takes me back to building that rapport with the kids and showing up for them and just being there. What are some barriers you may encounter? Barriers can range from environment to a language barrier. Kids are also notorious for forming cliques, even as young as elementary school. And that's why it's so important for a school social worker to have that rapport with the kids, because you definitely want to be on the inside and not the outside. So a barrier for me in particular would be a language barrier. I'm not bilingual and I've attempted to learn several times and I really struggle with this. And I feel like that could be a huge barrier for me.